that I saw on Instagram. And in the picture, you had two women sitting down. And one woman said, I wish somebody would have warned me. And in the other one, the woman says they did. You called it judging. A lot of times, Rozay, we live in a society, especially with a younger generation, but even with people our age, where people be like, yeah, ain't nobody told me this. And then other people say, well, nah, man, you said we was judging you, we was picking on you, we didn't understand. In your opinion, man, what's the difference between people being judged and people just being held accountable for decisions that they make?
Nobody can judge you except for the judge. Now people can have their opinion about things that you done did, but that ain't judging you, is it?
I don't know. I guess it depends on how you are having your opinion.
Okay.
I guess it's like if you drinking all the time and I'm just like, I don't think you should drink like that. That's just my opinion. But if it's like, man, nigga, you a drunk, that's kind of judgy a little
That's
bit.
judging.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of judgy a little bit,
Okay. Okay.
you know.
So
Especially, and I think for me, I think especially sometimes I feel like accountability is important, but I'll say this: the judging part comes from me is when you're making opinions or assertions without having all the information. Because so
okay. So
you might make it.
judging when they say judging a book by its cover,
Yeah, yeah.
kind of
I
sort
mean,
of,
yeah. Basically,
kind of sort of
that's
like
not
that.
because sometimes you might have took the long way to go somewhere.
Mhm.
To pick up your daughter, for example, and I'm in the car with you, and I'm like, "Yo, bro, you must be slow. Why we going? This is an extra 10 minutes."
Mhm.
But I'm not exposed to all the things that went into that decision. I'm just thinking to myself, we're going a long way. But the reason why we took Route C instead of Route A, where the cops, you be like, hey, around this time, the cops is always on that side of town. My license is expired. I ain't get it renewed yet. So I don't want to drive Route A because, hey, man, I gotta get pulled over. I ain't trying to deal with that. And then Route B, man, my baby mama, live on the street on that way, and I already told her I'm out of town, so I don't want her to accidentally see me because I'm out of town because she's trying to drop the kids off to my house or whatever. So yes, way might be longer, but this way is better because I ain't gonna one have to worry about getting pulled over, and two, I ain't gotta worry about my baby mama seeing me and saying I'm a liar. And I know that's a convoluted example, but a lot of times that's what happens. Like we don't know the choices people had at their disposal sometimes to make the decisions they made. And sometimes people just, judge based off of the decision you made, but nah, you don't know what choices I had at my disposal sometimes.
Yeah. So basically, that's those two totally different things. Now, being held accountable is things you know better than this.
Yeah,
You know better,
I agree.
and you were taught better, and you was raised better, and you might not have been raised better or know better, but we had these conversations before.
No, I definitely agree with that. And I think people run from accountability. People don't like being accountable. That's why I feel like this is actually a very nuanced conversation because sometimes people are just way too judgmental because people just look at some people's situations and maybe like, yo, you should have this together or you should be doing this and not understanding, well, the reason why I'm doing this because I'm taking care of this and I'm doing this. Yeah, my life ain't set up like your life. But then on the flip side, sometimes people just make excuses.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't want to be held accountable. Well, why are you still in school? Or why your credit's still poor? And I'm just going to make excuses and I'm not going to be transparent because I don't really want you to know that I'm fucking off. That I'm not really doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And we have to be able to recognize the difference. And I think the number one thing is you got to hold yourself accountable for other people to hold you accountable.
Yeah, you're never going to succeed if you're not holding yourself accountable. You're not going to succeed. You're still going to be falling to the wasteland because in your brain you ain't doing nothing wrong, and you're
Yes.
going to continue to go down that same road. If you know they got the strip out there where you bust your tire every time you go down that road, but now if I drive this way and at this speed
Yeah.
at at this time of the day, it's not there.
Yep.
And I can get over it.
Or it was just that time.
Yeah.
You know, it's not gonna happen again. It might have happened 3 times before, but the 4th time's the charm.
Yeah. So when you keep, yeah.
And it's funny, bro, because that analogy I gave, that sounds like a lot of you hoes when it come to y'all having multiple kids with multiple niggas. Where yeah, the last 2 niggas didn't stay, but this, I got a good feeling about this nigga right here.
Mm-hmm. Hey, the 3rd time's the charm.
3rd time's the charm.
3 strikes you're out, ho.